Again, thank you for coming, everybody. I know it's a little longer than expected, but I have a final speech that I wanted to give to Mr. Song as I conclude the concert with him and my lessons with him. So 3 years ago, I stood at Mr. Song's doorsteps, knocking and waiting for him to enter the door. I had never met him or seen him, but I came across his name on my school orchestra teacher, Mrs. Hafner, came and asked if I was taking private lessons. I had taken lessons before since I was age 4, but after a while, I lacked passion and I kind of just gave up. And soon after, I called him saying the door was locked, like no one was at the door. And he answered later, about 5 minutes later, and he goes, "My students just walked in." My first lesson, my mom was with me, but even so, I was worried about where my musicality stood because I'd taken a year off. And from that day on, I never felt any different from my 3 years of weekly lessons. Mr. Song never yelled at me, but at times I feel that he was dissatisfied with the performance. Even when he told me, "Good, it's so musical," I had my doubts because I felt that there was more that I could show him. Every lesson, he kept me on my toes, thinking about what I could stretch in the pieces. Each lesson with Mr. Song was a new challenge, but with the same pieces and a new way to interpret them. One of the first questions I would ask was to join GTIYO. I remember him stopping by to one of my TYO rehearsals when I was in 5th grade, and I took a slip, but I forgot about it because I was too young. I didn't realize that it was him who I met earlier when I was very young. A year or two later, I came back to my lesson to tell Mr. Song that I was going to the orchestra. My first encounter at GTIYO happened to be Lang Liang, and through him I met everybody that we talked to. I cannot explain how grateful I am to this orchestra and the people within it, and especially Room 122 from Vienna. Through GTIYO, I found a purpose of being in an orchestral group. It didn't matter the size of the orchestra, it was about the network within it. I would like to thank Mr. Song for everything he has done for me for the past 3 years. I soon realized that every moment I was nervous it was because I had found a purpose to holding my instrument. Mr. Song believed in me and showed me that no matter how far I may be off from a certain skill, I had the potential to get there. It wasn't that he put me down for the work I had put into practice. He was simply showing me that improvements could be made. From Mr. Song, I learned to interpret pieces and not read them, and to express music, not to just play through them. This community that he has introduced to me is one that I will never forget and continue to grow with. Mr. Song, you will always be my teacher, conductor, but most importantly, you are always family through music. Thank you for everyone that made this possible, and I would like everyone to remember that GTIY was not simply an orchestra, it's a family. Thank you.
I want to say a few words. Usually I don't speak because my English is not very good, and I use my music to talk. But then you speak today, everything pretty much true, but one thing's not true, and he's never yelled at me. Actually, it's not even true, but I'm the one, I told him, I'm the one allowed to yell at my student, and which get paid. So that's the difference. My philosophy is really not teach music, not make them to professional musicians. Just really teach them how to, through learning music, how to strengthen yourself, and how to make it more concentrated, confident. Through learning music, to discipline yourself. So many things through learning music. You can, again, this, not really, my goal is not treating them become professional. Now, he's ready to go to professional, so I have moved him to different, better teacher, professors. So that's the professor's job. But my job, I done. Done very good job. Okay, now I want all my students come, or teachers on the stage to take a picture to finish the recital. Okay. Come stage. Yes.
그치.
그렇죠.
그치. 아니, 조금 있어.